All right, so tell us about your crowning glory moment. That woman in the club. I mean, that kind of like blew everybody away.
Yeah. Well, the thing is I saw a lot of beautiful women that night in the club. It was packed. As I was walking around and looking, I saw just tons of beautiful women, and you see them all with their cleavage showing, the short skirts,
right?
All that, and then I saw her. When I saw her, she literally took my breath away. One of the most beautiful women I think I've ever seen in my life.
Even me too, bro.
Thanks, Troy. I appreciate that.
And wait. And you were wearing the same clothes you wore during the workshop during your daytime.
Right. Yeah.
There's nothing special about it.
No, I was just wearing some lace-up hiking boots, some blue jeans, and
it's a normal shirt.
Yeah, I was wearing a button-up dress shirt, but it was baby blue with pinstripes.
Right.
And that was it. That was it. A necklace. My hair, actually, I didn't even have it really styled. I just got my hair cut short, and I just had it combed back. I mean, nothing stood out about me.
And what was she wearing, bro?
She was wearing a red dress, long. It came down to about right here on her. Black high heels, and it was fire red dress with the same matching lipstick, and with cleavage, just perfect cleavage. And she was, everything well proportioned.
And she looked like who?
She looked like Natalie Portman, but prettier.
I
More
agree.
beautiful than Natalie Portman. More beautiful smile, the way she moved, the way she talked, and the way that the men looked at her and her friends were around her. You could tell she was a high value person right off the bat. And that's what really attracted me to her also, was and there was tons of men hitting on her. And there was even at that point a guy she'd been talking to, and he was at the bar in the process of buying her a drink, and she's standing there with about 5 of her female friends on top of that. I just walked up there, touched her arm, delivered my line. Her face lit up. Again, it lit up like Christmas. And that's the only way I can describe it. And then I went in to talk about things. I went into a deep rapport with her right away.
Yep. And
started talking about childhood things and living in the moment, and started
basically your beliefs, not something that it was like made up.
No, these are things I do believe in. I incorporated them into.
Do you think that if you came in some sort of like in an excuser manner, like sort of like finding an excuse to talk to this woman, or trying to probably like become interesting, and it's not really you, do you think you would have held ground with this type of like unattainable woman?
No, I think in that case, when it comes to that, there's a mold, and you're trying to fit into that mold. And me, I've created the mold, my mold. I created what I'm doing, from scratch.
Right.
And things that I told her were my beliefs. Things that I was talking about, a lot of the stuff was just right there on the spot, and I just thought of the things right there on the spot of my beliefs as I talked to her, and all she started doing was asking me my name, asking me my sign, and
initiating conversation.
Right. Initiating. She was initiating conversation, and of course, giving me lots of what they'd call IOIs, and we started hugging, and she was giving me kisses on my cheek, and things just kept escalating.
And a lot of guys think that you have to disarm the, when you talk to the target, you have to talk to her friends, kind of neg her and not give her attention, disarm her. But it seemed like you guys had your entire, like, this world together, and it's like...
people saw it. At that point, my frame was so strong, and I pulled her into my world, and all the women saw that she was happy. They saw the look on her face, that she was really into me, and even the guy that bought her the drink walked up and handed the drink to her, and as soon as she took the drink, she ignored him and went right back into looking in my eyes and smiling. And that, and all the girls melted away into the crowd. They melted back. The guy melted back into the crowd, and they left us alone, because the body language and the cues and the sub communication she was giving off as I am into this guy. And when in direct method, when you do things you're supposed to do and you're attracting the girl, there's nothing her friends or anyone can say to change that about what's going on. They cannot change the fact that she's attracted.
And you don't have to
pull it off.
amog. No amogging. Not really.
Right.
Not a lot of that.
There wasn't any amog because everybody saw what was going on, and they just kind of.
You look like a couple in love.
Yeah, I think that was probably the dynamic that was going on. We actually looked like a couple that was really having a good time.
What was funny was this was clearly the hottest woman in the club. I mean, the way she wore her dress red, she was like radiating. She had, like right after you left, I think somebody bought her flowers, which was really supplicative.
Right. Well, yeah. Well, that was way before we left. The guy bought her flowers. The same guy that bought her a drink.
Yep.
He was buying her drinks all night. And when you would go back and watch them on the dance, she never really connected with this guy. I had made more connection with this girl in the first 5 minutes that I met her than this guy could all night.
So how do you feel now, bro? How do you feel like after this and
exhilaration? Words almost can't even explain what I felt, because when I look at things in retrospect, it's like it wasn't even me, you know. And it was, you know. And the thing is that I had to take the beliefs that I have and my personality, and I had to package it where I could give it to her as a gift.
Right.
And that's direct method. You package in all your beliefs and your personality and the things that you truly are, instead of trying to fit into a mold that someone else created.
Right.
And when I gave her that package, it nearly on the spot swept her off her feet.
Right, and this is something like, I mean, you've been 3 for 3 on this one. Every woman that you've desired to approach.
Right. When I asked for their number, I had 100% closing ratio that day.
And they just give it to you. It's not like, it's like,
right.
no,
Well,
whatever.
Well, when I asked for this one, I knew I needed to build a little bit more. When she said, no, I need to, I'm from another town, then I just kept talking to her and stuff. And then I said, well, how about email? And she told me no again. So I kept continuing building trust and comfort. Went into some other sweet and kind of romantic stories.
Right.
And then before long, she leaned over at me and goes, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and give it to you anyway. So I pulled out a pen, pulled out a paper, right in the middle of this packed club.
In the middle of the dance floor.
All her friends, and in front of the guy that was hitting on her. And she put the piece of paper on my heart and started writing her email address and her name. And I told her, well, I'll be going to your town here probably in about a couple of weeks on business, and I want to hook up.
I saw this, and I couldn't believe my eyes as well. Well, I expected you're a very good student. Jarrett, one of our guys, could not, like, he couldn't even think didn't know what to think. I mean, that was just amazing.
Yeah, so I'll be following up on my emails and numbers. I got numbers too, you know, and I'm going to be following up on those and seeing how things go.
That's good. So before you go, what's your advice to you know, maybe the guys who are watching this, people around the world, because we might go worldwide on this, people from our lair, guys from everywhere who are looking at this, what's your advice to them?
Well, one, nothing's ever going to happen in your life unless you get out and do it. You got to get